Phelps. A shooting at the 111 Club, 6232 Hollywood Boulevard.
Sounds like a homicide beef.
2 of the dead guys caught in the crossfire were carrying Army surplus morphine. Get over there before homicide tramples all over the place.
We already cleared that up.
Judge in Pasadena took the big sleep yesterday. He had a personal stash of 20 cigarettes. Appears we didn't get all of it.
What's up, guys? WattleGaming here, and welcome back to more LA Noire. Today we're starting our last case in Vice, Manifest Destiny.
Just can't seem to put this morphine to sleep. A dead judge. It's not good. Everyone has their vices. Even you, Phelps.
And today will be the last day we have Professor Dick Stain on our team. So, let's get out of here and head up to the 111 Club so we can hurry up and get this case started.
Parker and Green are
Hey, Central Unit. Citizen reports suspicious activity on a trolley car on Fountain Avenue. Stand by for further information. Any Central Unit?
About time.
This wind will be like a tornado, Phelps. Parker's got a puritanical streak. You never know we'll get swept up in a thing like that.
Homicide guys are already inside. Bukowski.
Phelps, back again.
We're here about the morphine.
Over by the bandstand. You can see what's left of the owner, Eddie McGoldrick, 26, former Marine.
I know Eddie McGoldrick. He was a non-com in my old unit.
I'm sorry to hear that, Cole. The waitress said he recently came into some money and bought the club.
Who are the other Vics?
2 musicians, Biddleston and Bo. And get this, they used to be in a 4-piece, but the trombone player and the drummer OD'd.
Don't tell me. Lamont and Tyree? We've met the rest of the band.
Now they're a no-piece.
Do you mind if we take a look around?
Be my guest. You might want a word with the hostess, too. I'll keep her company until you're ready.
I bet you will. So, what have we got around here that pieces us to the morphine?
Bad luck, Eddie. Okinawa couldn't kill you, but knowing the wrong people in this city...
Yep, knowing the wrong people in this city tends to get you shot. And apparently there's nothing on him. Okay, what about the safe?
They didn't even try to crack the safe.
So this was a personal attack. Gotcha. Right, what else have we got around here? We've got, I'm assuming this is Biddleston.
Must have pumped a dozen rounds into him. Certainly sends a message.
No, that was actually Bo. In that case, where is Biddleston?
When you're ready to have a civil conversation, we can try again.
Bukowski, what are you doing over there?
Another day, another dollar.
Well-maintained, custom case. Someone cared for this instrument.
They certainly did.
What's that click?
I don't know, Cole. Why don't you pick up a few more things and find out? Maybe one more?
Neat trick. The case must have cost more than the trumpet.
So, we've got a syringe, possibly full of morphine.
He kept his stash close at hand.
And we've got a ticket to the Blue Room.
We should follow up on the musician act.
Find anything interesting?
Can I flip this over? No? Okay. What else we got? This has got to be Biddleston right here. Yep, this is him.
We have a new source, or is this coming from what's left in circulation?
So, morphine, not surprising. And there's nothing on him. So So now we've done that, we've got to go to the back room. And we have a case of cigarettes.
Dozen packs to a carton. 100 cartons or more. Looks like a couple of months' supply.
Okay, and apparently there's some guns.
These look brand new. Never fired. Haven't been degreased yet. We could check on the serial numbers.
This guy hunting for bear? Look at these things.
They're BARs. You get the odd guy who sneaks one of them home from the war. How did he get 3 of them?
He probably stole them off the ship, who knows?
Army surplus morphine, Army surplus weapons, Army surplus valors. Sound familiar?
We should get back to the station and check the details of what exactly was lifted from that ship.
That we should, but first we need to talk to the hostess.
Ma'am, I'm Detective Phelps, Administrative Vice Squad.
Welcome to the 111 Club, Detective. Feels like I've had half the LAPD in here today already.
So, the 111 Club shooting incident.
Any idea who did the shooting?
No idea. It was my day off. If I had been here, honey, I'd be full of holes just like the others.
You're still hiding something.
You want to level with me, miss, before we start taking an interest in you.
This place has been on the slide for years. Eddie turns up, buys the club, then we start getting visits from tough guys. Next thing you know, we have the St. Valentine's Day massacre. Are you getting the picture?
Yeah, I think I got it.
Tell us about Eddie.
Eddie didn't know a thing about running a nightclub. He came into some money and waltzed in and bought the place. The previous owner thought all his Christmases had come at once.
Where do you think he got the money?
My guess was that he was selling the sort of quality product that you don't need to advertise.
Thank you for your help, man.
Eddie was in over his head, but he was a decent boss.
No arguments about that. So, that seems like we're all done here now. So, where's our next spot we gotta go to? I assume it's the blue room. Yep, definitely the blue room.
How well did you know the owner?
Goldrick? Well enough. He was in my unit.
That's some cruel irony. You survive the war, then get blown to pieces back home.
It happens more than you'd think. Young guys trying to adjust to normal life, getting mixed up in the wrong crowds.
The kid had just bought a nightclub. I'd say he got mixed up in the right crowds.
Until someone filled him full.
So, the blue room.
Take a break, boys.
We would like them to stay, Miss Lichtman. We're making inquiries into the recent deaths of 4 musicians.
Since when have the police cared about dead black men?
Good point. We don't. What we care about is 2 tons of Army surplus morphine showing up on the street. If you care about working in this town, you better give me something on Biddleston and Bow, or their knucklehead buddies Tyree and Lamont.
And this is your idea of making inquiries under Sturmführer?
I've told you 1,000 times about speaking that German gibberish at me, Elsa.
Roy, how about you get a drink while I see to this?
Will you sit down?
Why antagonize him, Elsa? You know what he's capable of.
Ask your questions, head officer. We have work to do.
Fine. What about the morphine?
People are dying of overdoses. If you know anything about it, you need to tell me.
I can't help you.
Sure you can.
A lot of cats are into the thing. There's nothing special about your boys.
You can do this the easy way with me, or I can call my partner back over. I can assure you he's a lot less sensitive.
You think your threats frighten me?
Black man don't supply nothing. You think there's a black man in this town holding on to 2 tons of morphine? He'd be dead in a minute. White man supplies, black man buys.
My partner mentioned a couple of names. You recognize them?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Lady, don't lie to me, please.
The only way you're going to get rid of me is to give me an answer.
I knew Cornell. We worked together a few years ago. He loved the music, but the music didn't love him.
What does that mean?
It means that he just wasn't that good. He was a sad, lonely cat.
Boys, take 5 minutes, please. I need to have a private word with the officer. Why do you ask people to risk talking about a subject that could have them jailed?
Drugs are against the law, Elsa.
And you're so full of courage, you have never felt ashamed.
This is getting us nowhere.
Do you think you'll win your war against narcotics?
It's not my war. It's against the law. My job is to prosecute the laws of this city.
Do you think you can stop people from needing drugs, Detective?
I'm asking the questions here.
Then why do you come to me with your stupid questions? You know who controls the drugs in this city.
It's not enough to just survive, Elsa. You have to try and make the world a better place.
Brave words, and very noble. But words are just words, Colfax.
She's right. We need to pay a visit to the Mixter.
Cohen? Do you know where to find him?
This time of day, you'll find him holding court at the Macambo.
He can wait. There's something I need to be sure of. Give me till tomorrow morning.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do, partner.
And Cole's now trailing Elsa. So, we gotta go see Cohen in the morning, but now we have to tail her. And this is how we're gonna get kicked out of Vice. Alright, we should be coming up on where she's stopping at. Very small, but...
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
LAPD, we're looking for Mayor Cohen. I believe he has lunch here.
There's not going to be any trouble, is there?
Which table?
Number 3, if you'll follow me.
Right, and we're back at the Macambo. Ready to meet Mickey Cohen.
LAPD.
So,
We have some questions regarding...
Mickey. How's it hanging?
Fine. Just fine, Roy. I see you brought Igabiva along. Hope he's not going to put the shakes on me again.
Cole Phelps, Mickey Cohen.
Good afternoon.
He has manners. Aren't you a little green for this, kid?
Meet Johnny Stompanato, Cole. He has the biggest schlong in Hollywood and the smallest gun. Or maybe that's the other way around. I can never quite remember.
You're a funny guy, Roy. Haven't I always said what a funny guy Roy is? And how much fun it would be to get together with him sometime.
Poor Johnny. He's the dark, sensitive type. He's a serviceman too, Cole. Johnny was at Okinawa.
You were in the crotch?
6th Marines.
The lieutenant who won the Silver Star up on Sugarloaf. I've heard of you.
Something like that.
All right, have we finished flirting? You got something to discuss, Roy, or are you gonna stand around beating the meat while my lunch gets cold?
We have some questions.
Do I need my lawyer?
Depends. Do you have something to hide?
Your brother-in-law, Lenny Finkelstein, was selling stolen morphine. He had 1/3 of the shipment.
Old news, kid. I don't know anything about what Lenny was up to.
Okay, that's bull crap and you know it.
So I'm supposed to believe that you don't know what happened to the rest of the shipment?
Lenny, God rest his soul, was a moron. He was family, though, and I haven't made a beef about that, so count yourself lucky, kid. The H is a filthy habit, and I don't condone it. The simple solution would be to have all the dope fiends put down.
So you don't know where he got the morphine?
Kid, ask a question you might get an answer to.
You really think he's gonna give it up that easily, Cole?
We believe there's a link between a group of Marines and the morphine stolen from the SS Coolidge. One of those Marines was shot to death in a club last night.
I wouldn't know anything about that.
Well, there's another lie.
So you haven't heard anything about what happened at the 111 Club?
What can I say, kid? I'm shocked that in the land of opportunity, Uncle Sam's finest feel the need to resort to crime. It's a dangerous business. I can attest to that. I'd recommend they get out of the life. Quickly.
A few Negroes saying goodbye on the sidewalk will never make the papers, Mickey. But we had a judge in Pasadena say adios the other day. Prominent white people popping their clogs makes everyone nervous.
You know dope has never been my thing, Roy. It's always been for schmendricks like Jack D. and Jimmy Utley. But I'll ask around and I'll get back to you. Hey, you boys want some lunch? How about a drink?
We'll take a rain check on that. Come on, Cole, we're leaving.
We have to cut that dope. It looks bad with people dying.
We have to get the rest of it. There's no way of watering down the stuff in those little packages. You have to put the squeeze on those guys and get the rest of it.
They don't seem the type to frighten that easy.
We'll see.
What's going on?
That fucking rat Stoker has gone public about Brenda.
Who is Brenda?
Brenda is LA's most famous madam.
And everyone knows it?
Of course everyone knows. Brenda pays her way.
Are we cops or a collection agency?
Whores have been around since the Bible. Our job is to keep it off the street so Joe Citizen and his wife can stroll around unmolested.
Then we should change the law.
Are you out of your mind? Every politician in America is against prostitution, except when they're using them.
So where does Stoker come in?
He objects to the LAPD and the administration taking its cut.
Is everyone in on this?
Yeah, and that's the problem. From a little acorn does a large tree grow. He could bring the whole thing crashing down on us.
Aren't you supposed to be working the...
Sir, do you know which robbery detectives are working the Army surplus theft from the Coolidge?
Caldwell and McManus? I saw Caldwell in the squad room not long ago if you want to speak to him.
Thank you, sir. We'll do that.
This way.
Okay, so Caldwell and McManus and... Wait, where are we going?
I said all's fair and...
We're going into here.
Harry, you got a minute?
Sure, Cole, anytime.
You've been working the docks robbery on the SS Coolidge?
Yeah, that's right.
So how do you see it?
Inside job. Either the guys working the wharves or some of the guys on the ship.
What else was taken apart from the morphine?
Case of BARs, case of Thompsons, crate of Valor smokes.
Homicide just recovered 3 BARs and a mountain of cigarettes at a shooting at the 111 Club.
No kidding. I better get over there.
Do you have a copy of the manifest?
Yeah. Here it is.
So, how do we connect the docks robbery to the mess at the 111 Club?
Well, that's simple. We find what was taken. So, yeah, we haven't found any Thompson machine guns. We did find some .30 caliber.
Here's our backroom arsenal from the 111 Club.
And also the cigarettes.
This is the crate we recovered.
And also the morphine.
500,000 cigarettes loose on the streets of LA.
But apparently we haven't found... Have we found any of these?
Enough to arm 3 companies. Some of these guys are from my old unit. They must have finally shipped home. Kelso, Sheldon, McGoldrick.
McGoldrick was on the boat?
Sure, we checked him out.
McGoldrick bought the 111 Club, Harry. His brains are all over the bar.
Looks like whoever stole the dope is getting muscled.
By whom?
Dragner or Cohen. They control the hop.
Detectives, KGPL's going crazy. Shots fired at 1384 North Bronson. Some guy with an automatic spraying a Hollywood bus. They want every car. Go!
Yeah, I take it this is Cohen's doing.
Strips off me at the green.
Because he didn't speak to Cole about it, but he did say specifically that he wanted the rest of the dope, and now we know where the dope came from. So if you could have some bloody urgency, Cole, it would be nice to get in and go. Right, so there's no way I'm getting around from the front. I need to get around from the back if I can remember the way up there. I think this is one of the ways up here, but this doesn't take me directly up to him. Got him. Thanks for joining me up here. So, what did this sniper have apart from the gun that looks like a BAR?
It's one of the BARs.
So, BAR given to the mob. That's not nice to think about. What do we got on you? Nothing in that pocket. And something in here? A notebook.
Phone number and restaurant table.
And also the route of his target.
I know that guy. Felix Alvaro.
He's one of the guys from the ship?
His name was on the manifest.
Looks like McGoldrick wasn't the only one to get a message.
Hey, Alvaro.
Hey, Lieutenant.
He's just a plain detective now, Chico.
Who's the jughead?
This is my partner, Roy Earl. We just want to find out what happened.
What happened is that someone took a shot at my bus. And then cops turned up and started treating me like I'm some sort of Pachuco punk. My people have been in California for over 300 years.
Very fucking admirable, Felix.
So, have you been informed of the Coolidge heist?
You hear anything about the big heist on the Coolidge?
Yeah, I heard about it.
So what happened?
Not much. The cops came and interviewed me and all the other guys on the ship.
I was down at the 111 Club this morning, waiting for the medical examiner to scrape Eddie McGoldrick's brains off the bar. You want to tell me anything about that?
I heard that Eddie came into some money. Too bad he didn't keep a low profile. It was a tough break to get through Okinawa and then have to buy it back home.
And why was he shooting at you?
Who's shooting at you, Felix?
How the fuck do I know?
You do know.
The dead guy on the roof works for Mickey Cohen. Why would Cohen want you dead?
Man, I don't know anything about Mickey Cohen or any of those gangsters.
Well then, Felix, if you don't know anything, why did he have your details?
Your name was in the sniper's notebook. Level with me, Felix.
Cohen thinks because we were on the boat, we have the morphine. Courtney's meeting those guys to sort it out.
Courtney Sheldon?
Yeah. You remember Sheldon, don't you, Cole?
We'll be in touch, Felix.
You heard that Jack is in L.A.?
I saw his name on the manifest.
He's been here a couple of months. Sure glad to see you got over your wound, Lieutenant. I mean, Detective.
He is definitely hiding something.
Cool customer.
He's been under fire before.
You buying his story?
Not for a minute.